everyone, and welcome to your favorite channel, the Sandbox TV. This is the Obama Show, hosted by your friend and brother, Seydou. The Obama Show where we value and share your work with the world while teaching English. And today, as usual, we have a special guest. And together, before doing anything, let's discover who the guest of today is with their biography. With the biography.
After receiving a master's degree in African Literature and Civilization from the English department of Cheikh Anta Diop University in Dakar, Abdou Niane completed a 2-year training course in English language teaching at the Faculty of Education and Teacher Sciences and Technologies, also at Cheikh Anta Diop University in Dakar. There, he earned a diploma in senior high school education. As a teacher, he has taught both general English and English for specific purposes. Abdou is currently the president of ATES, the Association of Teachers of English in Senegal. In 2016, he was appointed the in-service trainer at the Regional Teachers Training Center in Diourbel, in central Senegal. In that capacity, he is in charge of the professional development of all English teachers in the region. To this end, he coordinates the teaching of English within the region of Diourbel, a territorial administrative unit with 50 junior high schools and 13 schools, working with 292 English teachers. He is the link between the teachers and the academic administration, which represents the Ministry of Education. He works with each teacher to ensure that they are following the precepts of the communicative language teaching approach that is officially in use in Senegal. In 2013, he completed an online training course on English for Specific Purposes, ESP, with the University of Oregon in the U.S. To help him disseminate this knowledge, the Regional English Language Office at the U.S. Embassy in Senegal awarded him a small grant to organize a 2-day training session for ESP teachers from the 4 regions of central Senegal. He also successfully completed a 6-week professional development course under the Teaching Excellence and Achievement Program at George Mason University in Fairfax, Virginia, in the U.S. In November 2017, the Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs at the U.S. Department of State initiated the MDAO program. Abdou submitted a proposal on gender-based violence, which received final approval and funding from Washington. He was vice president of ATES for the past 2-year term and was elected president of the association during the last national convention on December 8, 2018. To this position, he brings more than 20 years of experience in activism within youth movements such as Scout and the National Youth Council of Senegal, and within civil society with the platform of non-state actors.
Thank you very much, Mr. Niane, for coming. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Seydou.
By the way, congratulations on your election as ATES president.
Thank you.
How do you feel about that?
So, really, I can say that I'm honored, and I was really, it was really a big pleasure for me to be elected president of ATES. It was not easy because you may know that the competition itself was very tough. It's the first time that ATES organizes this kind of elections, meaning that election where we have electoral campaign with staff, and it was really great for me because I was running a big campaign with other chapters, and fortunately, I won the election.
Well, that's the question I want to ask, because it was so tough. We all witnessed a hard-fought campaign during, the preparation of the election. What was your strategies?
Yeah, I based my strategy. My main strategy was just communicating much with teachers of English, because I know that teachers were the only voters, because ATES is an association for teachers of English, and teachers are the only voters. So I had some messages that I was supposed to deliver to them, and the more they have access to they had access to my message, the more I got heard by my colleagues. So it was just having a kind of sharing information with all of them through WhatsApp, through Facebook, and any other device we can use to access people.
All right, all right. Okay, so you are the new president of the Association of Teachers of English in Senegal, and you are at the same time a teacher trainer.
Yep.
How do you combine those two, jobs? Being a teacher trainer, how hard it is, how challenging, and being also the president of the Association of Teachers of English.
Okay, I think that this is a tricky question, because during my campaign, people were saying that we cannot be a teacher trainer and being president of ATES. I thought that this was just a kind of I don't know how to say, but this was just a kind of but if you know very well ATES, you may know that being a teacher trainer even is part of it's something good for ATES, because if you go back to ATES missions, you will see that providing professional development to teachers is one of the core mission of ATES. And what teacher trainers are doing is just delivering professional development through cell meetings, through class observation, and so on and so on. So if you are a teacher trainer, you will be really at ease to lead ATES, because how you will be at ease is that you will see that all what are ATES missions you can combine your work with ATES missions, because you can do professional development as much as you want, and you will see that ATES is just delivering that.
Okay, is ATES the only association of teachers of English in Senegal?
Yeah, you may have many other associations, but ATES is the most visible one. I don't know any other.
How long have you been in ATES?
Yeah,
Remember?
Yeah, I've been in ATES for a long time, because I remember in 2008, 2009, I was vice president of the chapter of Diourbel, and Adinja was the president of the chapter, and I was vice president for 2 years.
Vice president of the national board? Or?
No, not at all. Vice president of the regional chapter of Diourbel in 2008.
And have you ever been member of the national board?
Yeah. In the last term, I was vice president of ATES, and I was vice president for 2 years.
So can we conclude that the new board of ATES will be just a continuity of what's been done over the last 4 years by the past?
Yeah, that's why we said that in our campaign, we said that change within continuity, and I think that this is very telling if we say change within continuity, meaning that we recognize ourselves in what we did during our last term, because we did a lot, and I can just give examples. We hosted Africa Tissue Conference. We hosted an international convention, because it was the 20 years anniversary of the convention. So we said that we're gonna make it an international convention, inviting all associations around Senegal, Mali, Ivory Coast, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry, and so on and so on.
So earlier you talked about the mission of ATES, and you mentioned certain stuff about professional development. And how does ATES assist teachers who are teaching in a remote area, and who don't sometimes have access to the internet, who don't have access to electricity? How does ATES assist those teachers?
Okay, you know that if we talk about professional development, it is a mission of the government of Senegal to provide teachers with professional development. But we know that the government cannot do everything.
But it's also the mission of
ATES. That's what I'm trying to sort out. I said that the main mission of the government is to provide teachers with professional development, but we know that the government cannot reach all teachers. So the mission of ATES is not colliding with the government of Senegal, but it is just a matter of complementarity. So try to bring assistance where there is a lack, where the government cannot reach people, others can do something.
How do you do that?
So what we do is that, for instance, you know that during our big events, I can give an example, the convention, the national convention, the national seminar, the ELD, all that we do is related to professional development, conducting workshops, conducting conferences, and all this aim is to provide professional development, provide teachers with professional development.
Is ATES alone on this mission, or you have partners who are coming and helping, achieve your goals?
Yeah, ATES is supported. We have first the moral support of the government of Senegal, and we have our main supporters, or let's say our main partners, and one of the main partners is the RELO, and the other one is the British Council.
You mean the regional English?
The regional English officer of the US Embassy is our main supporter.
By the way, we greet my beloved mother, Safia too, the regional assistant.
Yeah.
Who is our permanent RELO.
Okay, yeah. I will even seize this opportunity really to thank Safiatou, because Safiatou is a friend of mine, and then we have a good relationship from the same promotion, and then she's a great help of ATES.
And a mother of mine.
Yeah.
Well, you said ATES has partners like British Council and
the RELO.
And RELO is giving workshops in some areas. To which extent does the relationship with the British Council apply?
Yeah, even the British Council is doing the same thing, because you remember before the convention they conducted a workshop with a group of teachers selected by others, and then even they conducted days ago a workshop with English club leaders, and this was on behalf of, some of them were selected by others. And you remember during the last convention, people from Mali, the Association of Teachers of Mali people of Mali was invited to join the convention and to share with us experiences of good practices. And this is also dealt by BC.
Thank you very much for the clarification. Thank you very much, Mr. President. That was the first part of the show. So now time to go back to class with our brother and friend, Mr. Pape Diouf, for the English class.
So thank you, Mr. Seydou, aka Obama, and welcome to your rubric lesson of the day of the Obama show. So this is your brother, Mr. Pape Diouf, and I am a teacher of English. So today we are going to see for our first lesson, this will be a speaking class, okay? And we're going to see about greetings, okay? How to greet people in English. Ready? Let's get started. So they are what we call formal and informal greetings, okay? Formal and informal. So let's first see the formal greetings, okay? Formal greetings. Formal. So greetings and responses. Okay? So in the morning time, we greet people by saying good morning. Good morning. Okay? Good morning, and the answer of good morning is good morning. Good morning, good morning. Okay? So there's another formal greeting. Good afternoon. And the response to good afternoon is good afternoon. All right? Good afternoon, good afternoon. So there's another one, another formal greeting. If it is in the evening, you will just say good evening, and the answer will be good evening. Good evening. Good evening. So these are called the formal greetings. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good evening. That's okay. So you got the same greetings and the same responses. That's okay. Informal greetings. So you know, English people, they are so much in a hurry. They are different with Senegalese people. When they meet, they can stay and then greet each one another, okay, take their times. But you know, in England or in the United States, they say time is money, okay? They don't have time to waste. They just hurry, okay? They can say hi, okay? Greetings. And responses. Right? Hi. And the answer will be hi. Hi or hey. Or hello. Okay? They can say hey. And the answer will be hey. Or hi. Or hello. Okay? They can say hello, and the answer will be hello, hey, or hi. It depends, okay? So these are informal greetings, that's okay? Well, informal greetings. So you know, English people, they are so much in a hurry. They are different with Senegalese people. When they meet, they can stay and then greet each one another, okay, take their times. But you know, in England or in the United States, they say time is money, okay? They don't have time to waste. They just hurry, okay? They can say hi, okay? Greetings. And responses. Right? Hi. And the answer will be hi. Hi or hey. Or hello. Okay? They can say hey. And the answer will be hey. Or hi. Or hello. Okay? They can say hello, and the answer will be hello, hey, or hi. It depends, okay? So these are informal greetings, that's okay? Well, what if when they say how are you? So how are you? This time the answer will be different, okay? This time the answer will be different, okay? The answer of how are you? How are you? The answer will be fine, thanks. Fine, thanks. And you? Meaning, and you, how are you? Okay? This is a way to respond the greeting, how are you? How are you? Fine, thanks, and you? Okay? This is an informal greeting. So when you want to say polite, you say fine, thanks, and you? Okay? This is a positive answer. So you can give a negative answer. The negative answer can be not too bad. Okay? Not too bad. This can be a negative answer. Okay? I'm not complaining. Yes, it can be a negative answer. Or I've been better. I've been better. I've been better. All right. So be careful. Do not mingle how are you to how do you do. Okay. How do you do? How do you do is not a question. we say, how do you do to a person we have just met, okay? So for example, Amy, this is Malal, Malal, this is Amy. Amy is my friend, Malal is my friend, so we just met. I say, Amy, this is Malal, Malal, this is Amy, and then say, how do you do, okay? How do you do? The answer will be, how do you do, okay? How do you do? How do you do? It's like, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. And the answer will be, nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too. That's okay? So these are, ways of greetings, okay? Nice to meet you too. How do you do? How do you do? So do not, make a mistake between how do you do and how are you. So how are you? The answer will be fine. But how do you do? We say to a person we have just met, a person we've just met for the first time. That's okay. And the answer of how do you do will be, how do you do? How do you do? How do you do? Nice to meet you too. It's like, pleased to meet you, okay? Pleased to meet you. Alright, pleased to meet you, and the answer will be, okay? Pleased to meet you too. To meet you too. So let's call it a day. Thank you. That was all for today. So see you next time with another lesson.
Thank you very much, Brother Ghana, for this class. Hope our viewers will enjoy it, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We have seen the grassroots project, and it has known some great success. Are we supposed to expect new project or keep the grassroots, or what new projects can teachers of English in Senegal expect from your new board?
Okay, if we start with grassroots, I think that we can say many things about that, because others in the past board, we had small grants offered to chapters called grassroots. But I want to clarify that we have to see how these grassroots are given or offered to chapters. We can review it, because giving a grant to this member is something very important, but how to do it? I think what is more important here is how to do it. I remember you can see some chapters which say that they have never got a grant from ATES, while others got large amount of money as grant from ATES. I think that it is now time to make it balanced, to give the opportunity to all of them to benefit from these grants. In this year, for this year, what I've decided is giving to each region a portion of the money as a grant.
And as a new president and a member of ATES for more than 5 years or 10 years, what do you think have been the challenges, the main challenges of ATES, and how your team will, overcome those obstacles?
Yeah, maybe the most challenging thing today for ATES is to make ATES autonomous, because autonomy is good for any organization. I said a while ago that ATES has two big supporters or partners, the RILA and the British Council. It is time now to diverse our partners. We can find other partners. I don't mean that we have to cut the link between us and our former partners. No, not at all. That's not my mind. My idea is that we have to identify in Senegal or anywhere else other partners who are ready to support others. And even we should do something as teachers of English to support ourselves, because we cannot be here just living for grants and then just having nothing to do for our own association. Others, teachers who are members of ATES must do something to support others. But remember what Kennedy said: tell me what you can do for your country and don't tell me what the country can do. Tell me what we can do for others and not what others can do for us. And we still insisting on what others can do for us.
Yeah, but also teachers are doing what they have to do for others. They're attending workshops.
Yeah, that's not sufficient.
And they are buying membership cards also.
Yeah, that's not sufficient. I think that even today, we should explore other strategies coming from teachers to fund ATES. I can just give an example. Suppose every English teachers of Senegal contributed for 1,000 to support ATES. What would be the amount of ATES, the amount of money ATES can gain from that?
But what about the membership cards they buy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can buy membership, but we can also contribute just to support ATES.
Okay, if teachers, what you mean is they give more support, they think about what they can do for others.
Yeah.
If they do so, one question, I'm not asking this question, it's English teachers in Senegal who attended the last two conventions.
Yeah.
The situation in which they were not comfortable, and some of them complained a lot about the way they was treated when they was at the convention. What do you say to those teachers who say, well, I'm not going to attend the convention anymore? Because when I come there, the situation I leave, the condition I am, sometimes it's...
Yeah, I know that if I travel to Fatick, I can just give the example of the last convention. If I travel to Fatick, I must know that my living condition in my place would differ from the living condition that I would find in Fatick. Because, and you see, in Fatick, how they manage to lodge everybody. They were supported by the mayor, they were supported by other Fatick people to host people. And how many people? There were numerous. Something like more than 100 people to be hosted. It's not easy. And you see, when we talk about the convention, maybe there's a lack of communication, because many people do not know exactly what the grant take into account in terms of expenses. Accommodation is not taken into account by the grant. If you read the grant of ATES, if you go to the part related to the convention, you will not see anywhere where they say that they can take into consideration the hosting of accommodation of people. No, it is the local chapter who is in charge of that, and they have to do their best to overcome the problem.
All right. Thank you.
And sometimes it's not easy, because if you're not supported by your local authorities, you may be facing problems in terms of accommodation.
Thank you for this answer, because many teachers, they are worried about it. They always ask this question. It was good also to ask you for them to understand that how it works during the convention. Now, in the new board, we have seen, I don't know if it's a new position or what, about English clubs.
Yeah.
This new board really is committed to working with the English clubs. What is the projects that you have right now for English clubs, especially in Senegal and in the...
You see, this is a new post that was created during the last convention. And why we created that post is that if we see what ATES used to do in the past, ATES used to work with English clubs in the past, and there were the festival of English club in the past, but now there's no festival. I will not insist on why there is no festival, but bringing back something related to English clubs maybe will make ATES more dynamic, because ATES is not only only teachers, but students are part of ATES, and they must benefit from what ATES is doing. The only activity that take into account students is the student day, and even the student day. With the student day, we have no formal competition. What we have is that, okay, we ask people from Thiès to bring a delegation of 5 students, and for each region we do the same thing. When they arrive at the place hosting the event, they organize a kind of competition. That's not a competition.
It's not something they prepared before.
It's not something. Yeah, it's not well prepared.
Right.
And with the English Club Commission now, we can have all these prepared. And I'm really amazed with the planning they sent during the last meeting as activities that can be dealt with in during this term. I was really amazed, and I will seize this opportunity to thank them too much for the productions of such insights that they propose as activities or as action plan for
Thank you very much. This is a good piece of news for English club leaders like Dembele, like Mr. Jeng, and all those guys out there who are watching this show. And the last part, we are going to reach the last part of the show.
Just saying to teachers of English that ATES is their own, and they can join. They can join in, because ATES is not my association. It is not your association. It is the association of all teachers of Senegal. Maybe we'll be facing some critics. That's normal, because it is a dynamic association. If you're in a dynamic association, you must accept to be criticized. And I think that any criticism coming from teachers of English is positive for us to amend ourselves. And saying that, okay, what we want to organize for ATES, we want to bring innovation in ATES, because I didn't say it when I was talking about our activities that we can do in ATES. I think that we have a very big event that we're planning. We will call it the English Night Awards, and it would be a big event rewarding teachers, students, meaning current teachers, past teachers, and students, and anyone supporting others. And I think that we're working on it, and then I think we'll have a good planning for that. The other thing is that it's time for the board now to join hand in hand and then work together, because we are a team, and when we are a team, we must consider as one. I remember I remember the American motto saying that pluribus unum, from many to one. This is very important, because we are many teachers of English. We are part of many chapters, and today we form a board for 2 years. So what we can do is that to work very hard to make ATES greater, because the past bureau did many things, and it is time for us to even overpass them. And I think that we can do it if we have the will to serve ATES, and the will is there.
Thank you very much.
Actions will come later.
They say where there is a will, there is a way.
Yeah.
And so, guys, thank you very much for watching this Obama show. It was your brother and friend Seydou hosting this Obama show.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you. The pleasure is shared.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, share it, and leave a comment. Thank you very much. That was the Obama show. Next time, best time. Thank you.